In this video, we're going to talk about real estate investing in the Spokane and North Idaho area. We'll talk about why it's a great area to invest, and we'll discuss some strategies that are out there you may wish to pursue as well. My name is Phil Wells. I'm a real estate agent serving clients around Spokane and throughout North Idaho. I am an agent who is very experienced at working with investors of all types. So if you want to reach out and discuss your investing goals with me, my details are in the description to this video. Real estate investing is one of the most powerful forms of investing out there. There are countless different strategies, but they are all looking for four fundamental things: cash flow, appreciation, loan pay down, and some tax benefits. Real estate investing is one of the only ways to be truly creative when it comes to investing. There are people out there earning ordinary salaries, doing extraordinary things with real estate, and making phenomenal returns too. So let's explore all of this in more detail. Firstly, as I mentioned at the outset, I want to pitch to you the idea that investing in the Spokane area and in North Idaho, or just the whole inland Northwest, is a great thing to do. This area is no longer a secret. It was able to fly under the radar for a while, but now the secret is out and everybody wants a piece of it. We have a phenomenal quality of life here. We have natural beauty in every direction, a relatively low cost of living, a growing population, large economic drivers like universities and hospitals, and more to come as this area grows. We have no business or income tax here in Washington, and we have a very business-friendly climate in North Idaho. It's an area set for real economic growth in the short, medium, and long term. We have countless reasons people would want to be here. We have people just visiting for the short term to check out the towns, the cities, the mountains, and the lakes. We have traveling professionals visiting for the medium term, and we have people moving for the long term too. So in short, it's a place that people want to be. We have a growing economy and incredible future growth potential. Now let's look at the strategies themselves. Like I said, I work with a lot of real estate investors, so these are actual strategies that real people are using and succeeding at in the area. Let's start by looking at the most famous form of real estate investing out there, and the one with the worst reputation: flipping. This whole inland Northwest area is littered with good candidates to potentially be flips. We have characterful older homes in the city of Spokane, we have lakefront properties that need some attention in North Idaho, and cabin in the wood type homes all over. And you can still find that worst house on the block if you're prepared to look for it. Flipping is a great strategy to pursue in the appreciation cycle of the market cycle. The reason for this is a lot of flippers use high interest short-term loans, so every month that they run over their time frame costs them money and eats into their final profit. As you'll have no doubt seen on channels like HGTV, it's those unexpected costs that can make or break a deal. So if you're in a seller's market and you come up with one of those unexpected costs, it's the difference between making a lot of money and making some money. Whereas if we're in a buyer's market and you make one of those mistakes, then that can be the difference between making a profit or making a loss. Remember too that capital gains is a thing. So a lot of people, when they're first getting started, they explore live-in flips. This is exactly as it sounds. It's where you buy a property that needs some work and live in it while you're doing the work, until you hit that 2-year mark. This can be a great option for people just wanting to pursue real estate investing as a side hustle, or wanting to dip their toes without too much risk. After all, if you can't sell the property when you're done with the renovations, you can just live there a little while till you can, or you can keep the property as a rental until you can sell it. A modified version of flipping is BRRRR investing. That's buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. This is where you identify a property that needs some work, as in the normal way. You do the work, fix it up, but instead of selling it, you make your money on the refinance. You then keep the property, rent it out to someone, and use the cash that you were able to pull out by way of the refinance to fund your next project. That just goes to show that there are as many ways as you can imagine to make money in real estate investing, and we've only covered flipping or rehabbing so far. There are countless more strategies out there. The next strategy that I see a lot of is the classic buy and hold. Now, if you start to analyze deals in this area as a buy and hold investor, you'll notice one thing pretty quickly: there isn't a lot of cash flow in it. Prices have crept up significantly in recent years, whereas incomes have barely kept pace with inflation. Thus, the ratio of rents to property values have been compressed. A lot of people will talk about the 1% rule, whereby they want to get 1% of the property's value in monthly rents. This hasn't been possible here for a while, unfortunately. However, there are ways to get creative and maximize that cash flow. Consider buying a property near a university and renting it out by the room to students. Consider buying a property near a major employer, like a hospital for example, and renting it out to those traveling nurses that receive a stipend from their employer. You may even wish to consider buying in those resort type areas in the inland northwest and offering the property as a short-term rental to really maximize that cash flow. Like I said, with real estate investing, you can really get creative. There isn't just one way to do things. But what happens if you still can't cash flow? You're just breaking even, or you're even making a small loss each month. Well, remember what I said at the start of this video. There are 4 reasons real estate investing is a good form of investing, and cash flow is only one of those reasons. When you analyze a deal and it's only breaking even, you're still getting your loan paid off, you're still having the property appreciate, and you may still be getting some tax benefits from it too. So don't dismiss a deal outright if it's not cash flowing. I see a lot of people wanting $200 a door, or they won't buy the deal. Ask yourself this question: is $2,400 a year that important to you? Or is buying a $300,000 piece of real estate that's been paid off by someone else that could be worth $450,000 in 10 to 20 years more important? Imagine you bought a property when your child was born. No cash flow, but the loan is being paid off and it's appreciating. How much equity are you handing over to that child when they turn 18? Enough to pay for college? Enough for them to start their own business? Enough for them to become real estate investors themselves? It's a really powerful tool, even with no cash flow. The next strategy that I see a lot of people pursuing is the house hack. This is where you buy a 1 to 4 unit property, so a single family home to a quadplex, bring in renters to help cover or substantially cover your personal housing cost. That's it in a nutshell. Not a lot of people know this, but you can buy up to 4 units as a primary residence. This means that you can benefit from the lower interest rate primary residence mortgages. You can also use VA or FHA loan products to really reduce the amount of cash you need to put into a deal. This is an incredible way to reduce your monthly outflow and head down the path of real estate investing and eventually financial freedom. This is also a strategy that you can get creative with to split your time between different regions in the US. I have one client that spends their summers in the inland northwest and their winters in Arizona. What they do is they rent out the property that they're not occupying to help cover their living expenses. So you see, with real estate investing, you can get creative and you can use it to fund the lifestyle you want to live. Those are most of the common strategies that I help people with in the inland northwest. There are much more complicated strategies out there, and if you want to reach out to discuss those with me, I'll be happy to take your call. That's it for this video. Investing in real estate is the only form of investing that I can think of where the only limit is your own imagination, and the ability for returns is almost endless. I hope this video was useful. If it was, please like and subscribe. That really does help me out. Like I said, my name is Phil Wells. I'm a real estate agent licensed in Washington and Idaho, serving clients around Spokane and throughout North Idaho. Please feel free to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or direct message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'd be honored to work with you. Until the next one, thank you for watching.